Hello all, Sakhi. Thank you, Sonal Bain, for this live session. And today's live session will be on self-esteem. So, self-esteem, self-worth, they go hand in hand, right? But we always talk about self-esteem. What is it? What is it not? How does it play an important role in our lives, or whatever, right? So first, let us see what is self-esteem. Okay, so self-esteem is your overall opinion about yourself, how you feel about your abilities and limitations. Okay, and we all live in a world where relationships matter the most, right? So if anything happens in our relationships, with our relationships, we all feel very bad about it, right? We all feel disturbed. Why is this happening like this? Or why is this person not feeling right about me? Why am I not um, uh, having good people in my life who want me, right? So all of these things somewhere down the line have a base. I'm not saying it's one of the major reasons, but yes, it has a base in our self-esteem, because it's our opinion about ourselves, like how we feel about our abilities and limitations, right? So basically, what are the factors that can influence or shape our self-esteem? So it begins from very early childhood. Factors that can influence self-esteem is your thoughts and perceptions. Like we have lot of perception, lot of different kinds of thoughts, regarding one simple person, one topic, or one situation. It is not necessary that other people will also have the same perception about the same situation or same person, right? But how we think about it, how we perceive that situation, is what shapes our self-esteem. If we always think negative, okay, this is not going to happen, okay, that will happen, and we always are pessimistic about it, ये तो होना ही नहीं है, ये तो ऐसे ही होगा, that kind of a thing, that shapes our self-esteem. How other people react to you. Now, since we are in a society where there are a lot of people will bring a lot of other opinions with themselves, right? Like, I mean, I cannot say that, okay, now I'm not going to give an opinion to this person, or now I'm not going to give an opinion to that particular person, right? So basically, opinions of other people does matter, but how do you take those opinions? Like, do you ignore it if it's needed, or do you take it too personally? Then does it affect your normal life, or how you react to it, or what happens? Is basically how other people react to you, and how that shapes your self-esteem. Experiences at home, school, work, and in the community. Now, as I said, we are social beings. We have a society that we live inside, right? So whatever experiences that happen during our childhood in the school, how are we treated? Okay, how things are being managed in the school. What kind of people do we have in our neighborhood? The way we talk with our friends, the way friends talk with us, this all has an impact on our self-esteem. Illness, disability, or injury. Now, who likes illness and disability, or who likes even an injury, right? Nobody likes it. How we view the illness, how we go forward from the illness, is what determines our self-esteem. So, for example, say suppose I've got a cut here, okay, and I'll just say, why is it happening? I mean, my life is only waste. I'm not capable of doing anything, right? I am the one who makes mistakes. I should not have got cut at first place over here. We will start thinking like this, right? So if we do not think about it, we just say, okay, there's a cut, I'll manage it by putting a band-aid, and then let's move on, right? So that is how your thought processes about illness or disability or injury can affect your self-esteem. Age. Now, why age is a factor over here that influences or shapes our self-esteem is because when we are small, okay, we do not have that much thinking capacity. Okay, we should like skip this, or we should have that, or we should let it go. But with experience, we learn to let go. We learn to forgive people. We learn that sometimes we don't have certain answers, certain closures, right? So that's the reason age is also one of the factors that shapes our self-esteem. Then role and status in society. Yeah, very important point, na? Because like this whole society is shaped like, okay, how much money do you have? Oh, you've got this big house. Oh, you did this kind of interiors. So basically, we all judge, each other's status in society, and that is what shapes our self-esteem too. Because if we don't have certain kind of house, if we don't have certain kind of interiors, if we don't have certain amount of money with us, it affects our self-esteem. We do not say ki, okay, they have something in abundance, but we feel we have it very less, or we are less capable, or anything that doesn't let us feel better is what something we all engage in. Another is media, social media. Like, who is not there on social media nowadays? And I'm not saying that social media is completely a negative platform to be in. Of course, it's a very positive platform, but then many a times what happens is that there are certain standards that go inside. There are certain beauty products. There are certain people who have a particular body shape. There are people who show their successes. There are people who don't show their successes. But if we base our life or our thinking just on the basis of a social media network, like say for example, if somebody is telling, oh, I've purchased an Audi. Okay, you purchased Audi. What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. But what we do, oh, this person purchased an Audi. Oh, maybe I should do. Am I capable of doing so? Oh no, I'm such a very bad person. I cannot even afford this much. Or say suppose if that person is slim, and you happen to be not on the slimmer side but on the healthier side. Okay, you feel, oh, this person is so slim, why am I not able to lose weight? I'm so dumb that I keep eating like that. So the way you converse with yourself, the way you take social media into your personal lives can also have a huge influence over your self-esteem. Then relationships, those are close to you, like say for example your parents, your siblings, your peers, your teachers. Okay, they are very important for your self-esteem. Many beliefs you hold about yourself today reflect in the messages that you've received from these people. Why? Because we live with these people for a long amount of time. Like in the school, we spend the maximum amount of time in our waking day, and the next person is friends and family. So, whatever opinion they share with you, okay, is going to be the way you look at yourself, at least in the very start. Then, afterwards, as we discussed age will be the factor to determine your self esteem. Who do you want to believe more? Who you don't want to believe more? So that is the way self esteem progresses. And if your relationship is strong with people, like say for example, I'm a very good friend to somebody, or I have very good bond with my mother. Thank you so much. I'm glad. It's very informative. So if I have a bond with my mother, and they give me positive feedbacks, they give me good feedbacks, my self-esteem will be a healthy one. It will be on the healthier side, right? But if I don't have good relations with my people, they will obviously criticize me. They will see which points they can put me down, right? So that is the whole um, factor behind self-esteem. Now, how do we measure self-esteem? Like, there is no cup, right? Like when we cook something, we know, okay, this is the cup and this is the proportion, so I just pour it and it's done, right? How do we measure self-esteem? So basically, there are two extremes to self-esteem. One is low self-esteem and one is healthy self-esteem. So what happens when the self-esteem is on the lower side? Okay, so when you have low self-esteem, it can also be called as negative self-esteem, because it's very low. Like, you don't consider yourself as an important person. Okay, you put little value on your own opinions. So say for example, if I am to give certain opinion about yourself, okay, then I don't put myself out right there. There are 10 people who will talk about the same thing. I may have a very good suggestion to give, but I'll not put. Why? Because I don't feel that is important. क्यों ही बोलेंगे? It's okay. नहीं बोलेंगे तो भी चलेगा. That kind of a thing. Then you focus on your weaknesses rather than your strengths. I'm not saying everybody doesn't do it. But a person who has a low self-esteem will always see the negatives or the weaknesses. Oh, I'm not good at this. Probably I shouldn't have taken something like this. Oh, I don't do presentations well. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you try, you can do something better. But if you keep on focusing on your weaknesses, it will not like add on to anything into you. It will just add to stress. Oh, I'm not good at it. Oh, I'm not good at that. But what's the point? You have certain strengths as well. Maybe you can develop your strengths and move ahead, right? Then also, you do not credit your skills and assets. What do I mean by skills and assets is that if I am good in baking, okay, I may bake something like I can make cakes and all of that very nicely and very good. That's not a problem. But if somebody else tells me, "Oh, you have baked such a nice cake. It was so delicious, so yummy. The moisture was exactly perfect and everything," I might be like, "Huh, okay, like not a big deal." But it's not because I don't know my worth, but it's because I have low self esteem because I cannot absorb compliments. I do not place my skill and ability at the place where I need to place it. Even if other people will tell me, "Oh, you've baked so nicely, cake बहुत ही अच्छा था," like I would love to reorder from you. You'd be like, "हाँ ठीक है, okay, fine." But what if you were to enjoy that moment for yourself? That's where the self-esteem comes into picture. Now let's talk about healthy self-esteem. Healthy self-esteem means that you have a balanced and accurate view about yourself. If somebody bakes on, if you bake and if somebody compliments you on that baking, okay, you'll be like, "Oh, thank you so much." Probably you would say, "I learned it from XYZ," or maybe you will say that, "Oh, it's actually my hobby. I didn't know like it would have such a great exposure," or something like that. You would give your opinion out when you think you need to give your opinion in front of a lot of people as well. You will put yourself first. Okay, so basically how it goes, like, okay, say for example, when you have your children, okay, children coming to you and telling you, "Mama, I don't think I'm so good," or "I think I'm not good at sports. Maybe I can draw a little bit, but I don't know, I'm not that good person." At that point of time, you need to check what has happened with your child, because probably the self-esteem of your child is a little bit down because that person is not seeing what is good in the child is not seeing that. Okay, then when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love relationships, it also affects you, the way you choose your partner or the way you want to stay in your relationship. Say for example, if I am a person who has low self-esteem, I don't see myself as an important person. I don't see what my feelings are because I feel that it's not important. I don't value my own opinion with people. Okay, so at that point in time, I will, you know I'll be okay with anything that my partner does. My partner does not give me time, okay, I may not be worthy of his time. If my partner does not respect me, I will feel, "Oh, okay, it's okay, like I'm okay kind of a person." So I would like, is it mandatory? It is not mandatory. I don't know. Okay. And when you have a healthy self-esteem, you will know, okay, you're not giving me time. You will sit with your partner, maybe talk. Why is it that you're not giving me time? Or if anything, something else is there, like you feel that your partner is disrespecting you or not understanding you, you will try to sit and find a solution with it. Then when it comes to your family, maybe your in-laws, maybe your parents, maybe your relatives, anybody, at that point in time, how much do you take from them, how much do you tolerate from them, also comes as a part of your self-esteem. Say for example, if you think, "I'm not that important and maybe okay, like whatever will happen, I'll maybe adjust to it," and at that point of time you will not feel anybody adjusting to you. Why? Because you feel ho jayega. Like, why do I have to put a lot of effort inside it? Why do I have to keep doing certain things? I'm to just like okayish person only. So people will also start feeling that you are an okayish person, there is nothing more to you. Even if they'll come and love you, you will feel, "Oh, ha, theek hai, like I'm married here, so that's why these people are loving me. It's okay." And then when they start getting that feeling that you're not reciprocating, you will feel that they are not reciprocating, right? So when it comes to work relationships, say for example, you have to put your point, right? When you're working, you have to put your point to tell, okay, no, I have done this, no, I have done that, this is my project, I did something like that, I did something like that, right? You have to put yourself out there. If you have low self-esteem, anything that will come into you, anything that people will tell you to do, you will keep doing without realizing that you're not feeling good about it, or you want to say something but you are not able to say it, right? So that is how self-esteem usually plays role in our day-to-day lives, right? So now let's see what will be the benefits of self-esteem, right? We've right now discussed what is self-esteem and why is it important, and what are the factors and how it plays a role in different relationships, right? So now let's see what are the benefits of self-esteem. You are being assertive in expressing your needs and opinions. So I'm not saying be very like exploding type of a person, but yes, you are assertive. You assertively say that no, I need this thing, no, I don't like this thing. It's not that you're being very rude, it's not that you're angry, you're just asserting yourself, right? You have confidence in your abilities and your decisions that you make, because you know, okay, this is something that I can do well, so I'm doing it, or this is something not well that I'm doing, so I'm not doing it, right? You're able to form secure and honest relationships. As I told you, how much will you tolerate is something that you decide. How much do you not want is something that you decide. So if you have good self-esteem, if you have good views about yourself, okay, you will form secure and honest relationships. You will be also be able to figure out if the relationship is unhealthy, so you will move out very easily if you have good self-esteem, right? Then you will have realistic expectations and less likely be overcritical of yourself. Now we all criticize ourselves, right? Why this didn't happen, why that didn't happen, oh, I wanted to do this, oh, I wanted to do that, right? So it becomes very difficult to get out of that self-criticism. But if you have good self-esteem, a healthy self-esteem, okay, you will be able to less criticize yourself. You will be realistic in whatever you expect from your goals, from yourself, from the people around you. You will be more resilient to stress and setbacks. Why is it so? It is because if you are stressed, you are stressed about an external situation that you can't control of, right? But if you have good self-esteem or healthy self-esteem, you will be able to maneuver over कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. Okay, ठीक है, let's leave it for now. We will figure out when it comes. Or maybe you will be able to keep bringing certain solutions, and the setback will be easier for you. Okay, so now that we have done now that we know about self-esteem and everything, okay, let us do a very short activity. Okay, but for that I will want you all to gather a paper, and either crayons or color pencils or normal ball pens will also do. I will give you a minute to probably gather your things. I'll just require one paper and a pen or a color pencil or simple pencil or crayons, anything that you have. I'll just give you a minute to gather it. Okay. Now, if you have gathered it, just sit very much comfortably. You don't need to see the screen for this activity. So sit very much comfortably, and just keep yourself relaxed. And I would just request you to close your eyes. Once you've closed your eyes, just focus on your breath and take a few deep breaths. When you breathe in, you see all the energy and positivity coming going inside you. And with every exhale, you feel relaxed, letting go of anything that's bothering you right now. And just try to be with yourself. Now, what I want you to do is with your hands, just feel your face as if you have to draw your face. Just feel your face with your hands. Like, say, for example, I'm touching my cheeks, my lips, my nose, my hair, my ears, anything. Just be with yourself and just touch your face. Feel the texture of your skin and be with yourself in this moment. Absorb your face structure in your hands and notice how do you feel when you do it. Once you're done, what I want you all to do is just draw your face on that paper. You don't need to be a professional artist to do so. Even I am not. I have still done this. You just draw in whatever way your hands have felt on your face and whatever you have felt while you touched your face. Just based on these two things, just draw your face on the paper using your pen, color pencils, anything. It doesn't need to be perfect. Neither you are supposed to be a very artistic person to do it. Just draw it and be with that moment. Okay. We will wait for a few more minutes and then I will say. Okay. So basically, how did you feel about this activity? Did you feel okay? Did you not feel okay? Did you want to make corrections? Did you identify with your own face? I know, I mean, we are not professional person who can sketch ourselves exactly the way we look, but this is just based on the feeling. So once you are seeing your drawing that you've drawn, how do you feel about it has a greater impact on your self-esteem. Why? Is because we know we are not that much good at drawing, or maybe we are good at drawing, right? But we felt our face. Okay, this is you, your mistakes, your failures, your successes, your big wins, your small wins, your happiness, your unhappiness, every moment. Okay, this is you. That face is you. Okay, even if you couldn't draw it properly, it's okay. But at least you felt it very much properly. You felt yourself, right? And that's what you portrayed down on your paper. Okay, so you don't need to be very critical about everything. It's okay. However, you have drawn, it is you, with your own strengths, with your weaknesses, with your mistakes, with your successes, with your achievements, with everything. Okay, so once you are, you know, very much okay with who you are, whatever you are, and you're very confident about whatever you're doing, you're okay with mistakes that happen and you learn from them, you less criticize yourself. That's how you can have a healthy self-esteem, right? um, so we are done with the topic of self-esteem. Do let me know in the comments how was the activity for you, or how did you feel about it. A small note about me. I am Jinisha Bhatt. I am a counseling psychologist, arts-based therapist, relationship counselor, and positive psychology coach. So basically, Healing Mind was developed with a view to, provide counseling services to everyone. And counseling is a very simple word, and I will explain it to you very simply. It just helps you to help yourself. Okay, it's not something that, the myths that are there, that psychologists can read mind, they can manipulate people. We can't do that. I mean, yeah, we can't do that. It's just a simple process where you can, um, tell about your issues, your problems. It's not necessary that you have to go through a problem to visit a psychologist. You can visit a psychologist just because you want to have a little bit clarity in your life, or you are stressed to have, you're very stressed inside your life, and you want to seek a little bit of, slow down moments in your life. So counseling is all about that. I have been in this field since 4 years, and I have counseled children, I have counseled teenagers, I have counseled adults, I've handled parenting issues, I have handled relationship issues. I've handled. I'm a family. I'm doing family therapy as well right now. So basically, every sector, पेरेंटिंग हो गया, चिल्ड्रन का एकेडमिक प्रॉब्लम हो गया, रिलेशनशिप इश्यूज हो गए, स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट हो गया. Okay, that I can do. I have counseled all of these. I've covered all of these topics under counseling. And the second wing is coaching. Coaching is basically identifying your strengths, right? Who doesn't want to enhance their strengths in this world? Everybody wants to, right? See, because weaknesses are there, you can improve a little bit, but then it will still be on a downside, right? But if you work on your strength will go much higher than what you thought of, and you can excel in your life. So I do one-on-one coaching, I do relationship coaching, I do positive psychology coaching, I do it for leadership as well, I do it for corporates as well. Yeah, so thank you for having me. And yes, even I'm glad to be a part of this Sakhi group. And thank you so much, Sonal Bain, for this chance.